Big Hits WBTC. It's time for our 8:30 High Beam. Today it's Tusc Talks, and with us is David Mitchell, the General Manager of the Performing Arts Center at Kent State Tuscarawas. David, thank you for being along today.
Absolutely, Brad. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Good to talk to you always. And tell us a little bit about the Performing Arts Center with the, unfortunately, the pandemic still going on. What are some of the guidelines? I know there's been a reopening announcement of sorts, but where do we stand with that as it affects the Performing Arts Center specifically?
So we just got the green light from the governor's office to reopen, but there are some restrictions in place. So the guidelines as they stand now reduces venue capacities, and this is venues all across the state of Ohio, to either 15% of their original capacity or 300 people, whichever is less. So for us at the Performing Arts Center, our normal capacity is 1,089 seats. So that 15% brings us down to 163 seats, which is a starting point for us and for the arts throughout Ohio. It's good to finally be open. I mean, the arts are the last industry to be reopened throughout the state. Mm-hmm. So it's positive news that we're allowed to open and allowed to engage with the community once again and start doing events. And we just kind of have to reposition how we're doing those events with a reduced capacity. The expectation from the public can't be that, everything's normal and Broadway shows are going to start coming in and big name entertainment is going to start coming in. We'll start small and go from there.
Right. Well, at this point, I think we're hungry for almost anything. So that is good news.
Absolutely. I mean, nothing beats a live experience. I think being shut down, throughout this pandemic, I think it reaffirms everybody's already held beliefs that the live experience. I mean, virtual and Zoom calls and different things. I mean, they can't recreate, and they aren't a replacement for sharing an experience live. And when it comes to music and the arts, we crave that experience. So it's nice that we're able to start doing it again. And at the Performing Arts Center, we're kind of working our way through what that looks like. And we've got some things in the works. Nothing specific to announce quite yet, but rest assured we're working behind the scenes, and we'll have things to announce soon.
Right. And like you and I were talking about, we're working our way back toward the top line entertainment, but at a capacity of 163, it's kind of hard to draw those people in, economically speaking, right?
Correct. And, any business that's been closed for 6 months and then is allowed to reopen at a 15% capacity, that's not economically sustainable for any business. And the arts are no different. The Performing Arts Center is a small business, just like any others in the area. So we kind of have to shift a little bit. And when you are essentially putting a cap on potential revenue from ticket sales, the only thing you can do is reduce your expenses. So we'll be looking for more regional artists, artists that aren't necessarily a household name. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to be a great experience and you're going to have a good time, enjoying live music. So I would encourage everybody to once we do put some things on sale and have some events going later this fall, just try them out. And it might not be an artist that you've heard of, but I guarantee it's going to be good, yeah. And you're going to have a good time with all the safety protocols that we're putting in place as well. So I've had conversations with people that, were worried a little bit that we were going to put economics above, on the financial interest of the Performing Arts Center above public health and safety. And that's not what we're going to do. I mean, we're still in a pandemic. We're going to do things right. We're going to do things safe, following the great guidelines pushed through by Kent State University. They've called it the Flashes Safe 7. We're going to follow those guidelines and those principles and be able to gather in a smaller number of people, but it's still going to be a safe environment, both for the audience and the performers backstage. I've been talking with people throughout the arts and entertainment industry since March, from people all across the country. Guidelines have been set for quite a while now. We know how to do it safe, and we're gonna do it safe.
Right. Well, that's what we want to hear for sure. Tell me a little bit, if you can. The building hasn't just been sitting there idle. The campus and the administration are making some other uses for it, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's the great thing about the Tusc campus, Kent State, that we every department, we all support each other. So the Performing Arts Center currently is the largest classroom on campus. It's great that we're able to support our nursing program, which is the largest for our particular campus. They have enough students that are doing in-person classes that they couldn't meet anywhere else on campus and still maintain the safety protocols of 6 feet physical distancing and things like that. So we've converted the auditorium into a classroom, and our lobby has been converted into a computer lab. So along with, I think we have 28 computers in the PAC lobby. Throughout campus, there's 150 computers. So if students are doing a remote class and might have internet connection issues at home, come onto campus, come into the PAC lobby, take your class. Or if they have an in-person class and then their next class on their schedule is remote and they don't have time to get home or wherever they need to go to access that remote class, they can come to the Performing Arts Center lobby or other computers throughout the campus and do that. So it's nice that we have a facility on campus that is large, like the Performing Arts Center, and that can accommodate people and keep them distant. So it's disappointing that we can't do what we are designed to do, but it's nice that we've been able to shift a little bit and still support the campus community.
Right. Yeah, that is great. Well, David, thank you so much for being along, and please tell us the minute that you get some things scheduled, and then we can get some tickets. All right.
I can say it's soon, very soon. Like we're putting the final touches on a couple things, and we'll get back to it. But again, I emphasize safety, and it's going to be a fun experience.
As always. So thanks again for joining us, and have yourself a good day.
All right. Thanks, Brad. You too.
That's David Mitchell. He's the general manager of the Performing Arts Center at Kent State Tusc on Tusc Talks today on our 830 High Beam.